today for this exciting training that we're going to have with my dear friends Scott Kramer and Angel Samiko. And I've got to tell you that I met them when they first came into the direct selling space, and I've had a lot of opportunity to work with them. I've spoken with them at different conventions and done activities with them through the years. Just have had a lot of good experience with them. So, they are the social media gurus. I just need to tell you that. So hopefully you're going to be able to glean a lot from today. And we've got a special thing that we're going to be talking to you about at the end. So make sure that you hang on. And I got to tell you, they have studied and worked with Facebook and done a lot of put on big summits about social media. They've done a lot of different things for all of us. They care about the direct selling profession, and they know and understand us. They understand the field. They've worked with a lot of the top companies in our industry, and they are now here with us. So I'm so excited. So I am looking forward to introducing you first to Scott Kramer, and you will meet Angel Samiko in a little while. But they have just great gifts. So Scott, let's have you take it away.
Hello, Nikki.
Hello, honey.
How are you? It's good to see you and good to be with you.
Thank you.
So, we're going to get this party started here. It's great to see all these people from Australia and all over the States.
Yes.
It's very exciting. Let's see here. All right, you want me to take over?
I'd like you to take over. Thank you so much.
All right, let me see what I do here. Do I mute you? I am now, or
In
if
the
you
admin?
want, I am an admin, yes.
Yeah. This is a new platform for us, so we're all still kind of learning, but I am going to get myself hidden here too and looking forward to seeing what everybody has to say about this. You're going to have a lot of time to ask questions at the end. So let's get started.
Let's rock and roll. So, I think, Nikki, it'd be easiest if you just turn off your camera and your mic, and that'll give me the screen.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. We are going to talk about social media tonight and today for our friends in Australia. I want to tell you a little bit about where we're going to be going with this. Is we're going to be introducing you to a new series that we're producing in partnership with the DSWA called the Social Media Success Series. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. We're going to talk a lot about social media. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about what's going on right now. I am watching the chat, so please feel free, and Angel's in the chat as well. So please feel free to type in any questions, any comments. I'm going to ask you some things along the way just to get a read for the audience. So first thing I want to bring up is I think it's the elephant in the room. It's the massive changes coming to Facebook. And I have a feeling a lot of you might have been coming here tonight to learn a little bit more about this. How many of you are familiar with the big changes coming to Facebook groups and how Facebook is shutting off the ability for you to schedule content into groups? Or let me ask you this. How many of you do virtual parties in Facebook groups? Okay, I'm just going to listen. Yes, yes. Okay. A lot of you. Okay, so what's going to happen here, just so you know, what we got. Okay, great. Uh, Good to hear. So things are going to change come April 22nd. All right. And I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen and where you're going to go from there. So don't worry. This is what we got. We're developers. Our company is Multibrain, and we power a lot of direct selling organizations all over the world, many in Australia and all over the world here in the US, with platforms to help you manage your social media. As developers, we had learned at the end of January that Facebook is this message here. They're going to be deprecating the Facebook API, the Facebook Groups API. What that means is no longer will third-party publishers, Hootsuite, Cint Shares, Post My Parties, if any of you are with any of the companies that we serve, you won't be able to schedule posts into groups any longer. All right. So that's as of April 22nd. I want to make sure because there's a lot of rumor mill going on out there. This is only affecting Facebook groups. Facebook groups is a different animal from Meta with Facebook personal profiles and business pages. So Facebook groups is designed to be communities for everyone to participate. And the challenge that Facebook has had over the years has been with privacy and data concerns because when I join a group, I'm bringing my profile and all my data into that group. I'm just not following a business page or a friend of yours on your personal profile. Communities and groups are a different animal. Now, what has happened is over the years through the pandemic, the direct selling industry, many of you, I'm sure, found Facebook groups is a great way to do virtual parties. All right. And the challenge with that is then came the automation. Oh my gosh, I struck gold. I did a virtual party and I did great and had 20 people in there and I generated a lot of sales. So now I want to do that over and over again. And then the next thing you know, you're automating parties with the same script, the same content, the same posts across 8 parties. So what happens there is the algorithm of Facebook groups and within Facebook says, wait a minute, this feels very spammy. Nobody can be at 8 parties at the same time. So for us in direct selling, what we've learned is this idea of automating 8 parties or 10 parties all in a row or using the same content over and over and over again is really considered kind of spammy type content. And it's not authentic enough because you're repeating it over and over again, like a bot would, like an automation tool would. So that's part of it. The other challenge, now this was personally based on meetings I had at Facebook a little bit ago, was they call it empty houses. So the problem with Facebook is when we go in and set up these groups and then we leave them 48 hours later or a week later, and then we try to cancel them, but they don't because somebody comments and then the group's back. You know, you can't get rid of groups. It's not hard. It's not easy to do. Archiving it only works as long as nobody posts for 30 days. All these crazy things with groups because everybody has an interest in a group that joins your group. So it ends up being an empty house. I've seen so many instances in the, I think, over 700,000 people that use our platform. I've seen so many instances where they left 400 groups blank and empty. So they call this empty houses at Facebook, and it really throws off the algorithm and it throws off the quality of the social network. So these are part of the reasons why Facebook is doing this. In 2021, it was all privacy and data related. And now what they're doing is, if you notice, Facebook groups is the only section of Meta where you have to add apps, even like Zoom to do a live. Those are going away in just a week or so, April 22nd, a couple weeks. So the thing I think all of you agree, and I'd like you to kind of chime in and let me know, have you noticed in the past 12 months, in the last 6 months, that you've had this loss of personal connection by doing these automated virtual parties, or your engagement is down? That is because the algorithm is now taking more and more control of what content people see. I have a friend that works at a very large global company, and she went to a party of another friend at another huge company. And she said, Scott, you're not going to believe this. I attended her party, and 4 days in, I realized I hadn't seen one post. I went over to the group and I realized she had posted over 70 times in a 2-day period, and I didn't see one of them. The algorithm, nothing showed up, and I even had notifications set. What's happening is this thing called the algorithm is now taking over, and we're going to spend a lot of time training you on that and sharing with you more. But you all agree your virtual parties in your groups have seen diminished engagement. Hey, we all got into Facebook groups because our business pages weren't getting a lot of traction, And suddenly when you did a group, everyone saw your post, but now there's gazillions of groups. So now how can the algorithm do that? That's why we got into this scene, right? Um, it's not, Peggy, it's not because people are sick of Facebook. And Facebook, in fact, I just read about 10 minutes before this, Facebook and Facebook's properties are still the most downloaded apps throughout the month of March globally. So Facebook is not going away. Don't worry about that. I think it's time to reinvent the party. I think it's time to rethink social media. There's so much going on. And I want to just share with you, I think it's time to really embrace authenticity. And I'm going to explain more to you. Authenticity is the real you. It's not a script that just because your leader or your upline or somebody else had success, you're going to duplicate it and do. You know, I understand in direct selling, replicatable is good, duplicatable is good. I'm going to take a sip of my soda. And I want you to understand, I don't believe that automation is so good when it comes to social media. I think it's about personalizing the experience. I think it's about learning something about your host or your VIP group or your customer. I'm not just talking parties. I know we all use groups for many reasons. So what's going to happen is you're going to need to start to learn how to personalize the experience and then foster engagement. Groups are about engagement. Groups is not a place for you to say, we're having a sale. You all need to click this link and go buy this product. Go. That's not how groups work. Groups is not designed for you to talk to many people. Groups is designed for many people to talk to each other. So you need to make your group more about entertaining, more about conversations. More on that in a second. Your groups are like being at a club or being at the country club or being at a church, wherever wherever you congregate socially and you're all standing around. It's not just you sitting around talking, going, okay, click this one and buy this one. Okay, next try this one. You're going to love this one. Hey, who likes pepperoni on their pizza? Okay, I got engagement. That's not how this works. You got to start being more authentic to get your engagement. And we're going to do a lot of talk about this. Robin's saying, why does Facebook allow planning when to post your stuff and then the algorithm suppresses it? Because if you plan good quality content, Facebook's then going to take that and say, ooh, she's good. I'm going to show that to more people and introduce her more ways to meet new people. More on that in a second. Hold that thought, Robin Lee. Look, here's the deal. I want to introduce you. My number one quote that I say all the time is the currency of social media is conversations. That is your end goal here right now. You need to understand your intention of what you're doing on social media is to generate a conversation, a one-on-one conversation over in Messenger, a group conversation in group, an inquiry over on your personal profile or your business page. That is the name of the game of social. Now, back to groups for a quick second. What's going to happen with groups is you will be able to, so like for our platform, you'll be able to schedule your posts, but you'll get a mobile notification. So you'll get a notification saying, okay, it's time for you to post that to your group, or you can manually post. I think what you have to grasp and understand is the days of running 8 parties at the same time because you're just going to bop around and answer comments, that's what's going away because it's not authentic and it's not truly a connection and engaging. We did a study with our friends in Australia at Oxano that actually they studied somebody who did 10 parties and averaged, I think, $5 per hour or something, and somebody who did 1 party and averaged 50. So if you do a true party where you can really get to know people and connect and engage together, like a Zoom party, something as close to an in-home, or treat your VIP group or your customers where everybody's got a voice, the more successful you're going to be. Okay. Lisa Angel, would love to hear your opinion about paid social media. Our company just introduced the concept. I don't really think you need to do paid advertising. I'm probably going to be controversial, but I don't think you need to spend your money. If you're going to spend $10, $20 boosting a post, I don't think you need to do that. I think if you follow our strategy, you'll be way more successful and it doesn't cost you anything. Let me get to that now. Look, social media, the C in social, stands for not only conversations, but it's about your content, your community, and then your commerce. Okay. So that is the C in social: conversations, good content, building a community, and then commerce. All right. All of this stuff, I'm giving you kind of a introduction to what this series, we're going to be doing more of this in this series where we're going to drill down deep and show you more. But look, I love this one. I just did this one on stage at the DSA here in the US. The strongest connections happen via a call, a click, a chat, or a camera. Take a picture of that. Think about that for a second. The best connection you can have with somebody is either a call, a click where they get to go learn more about you, chatting with them in Messenger, or on camera like we're doing here. Okay, that is what you want. The connection is what this is about. The sales will come. Social media is about conversations and connections. So that is really specifically when I get down to it. And Lisa, to your point of paid media, if you're not going to invest enough dollars to really make a dent, I would focus your efforts on this. This is what we're doing all our training this year on, which is the algorithm. 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't have even mentioned this word. It'd be like one of those, oh God, that's a word I don't want to use. That's too techy. The algorithm deals with the billions of photos that pop up every day, the billions of posts that are going out every day. And the algorithm starts to decide what you see and what you don't based on what your habits are. Something massively changed in the last year, probably about 8 to 10 months ago. And it's this: suggested versus connected versus sponsored. So Lisa, to your question, sponsored is paid. Okay. Let's push that aside for now. You have two types of content out there. If you look in your news feed, you're seeing content that the algorithm is suggesting I want to see. How many of you have noticed over the past 6 months, why am I seeing these posts from people I don't know? What is this? What is this? Well, that's the algorithm saying, we think you may be interested in this. We're going to suggest this content to you. This wasn't true a year or 2 years ago. You used to see just connected and sponsored. Connected content is from your friends, the people you're connected to. Suggested is the name of the game. So Lisa, to your question, if you focus your content strategy on getting the algorithm to work for you and suggest your post to more people, you're going to win way more than paid. All right. The algorithm is so strong now. I want to show something to you. I want to show you the most negative words you can use on social media that the algorithm will say, ugh, no, that's salesy. That's commercial content. No, check this out. Let's even go full screen on this. If you're using words like this, free, while supplies last, markdown, buy, save, discount, free shipping, sale, giveaway, limited time offer, order now, trust me, biggest sale. If you're using words like that, the algorithm's saying, I ain't showing that to people. That's commercial. Go buy ads for that. And in fact, even paid advertising that use words like this doesn't get great engagement, does not get great traction, does not get great numbers. Stay away from stuff like this. Trust me, you don't need it. All right. I'm starting to see companies behave like we've been training to for the past year or two, where it's just show me an incredible image and talk about it. Guess what? If I'm interested, I'll find out more. I'll know it's on sale. I'll reach out to you. You'll make a connection. We'll have a conversation. I'll buy your product. You don't need to throw it all into one post, saying, how hard, and try to wake up and think, yeah, Robin, they're still on my screen. You still see them, right? There they are again. Okay. These are not words that the algorithm likes and says, ooh, I bet there's a lot of people out there that want to see that. Look, my whole thing that I spend my time going on stages and speaking all over the world. In fact, I just was invited by the Direct Selling Association in Australia. I'll be coming your way in August, and I'll be keynoting for their big event, and I'm so excited about it. Just booked our flights today to Australia. So what I talk about is the content game. All right. The content game is where you figure out all of this crazy stuff. What are reels for? Single images, direct messages, carousel stories. Oh my gosh, I can't keep track of it all. Well, each one of these has a really specific purpose. I'll give you a hint. Reels is the number one way for you to reach new people. Reels is what the algorithm loves to say, oh my gosh, that was so entertaining. I call it algorithm favorability. And that's what we're going to train you to do more of is how do you get the algorithm to work on your behalf? Forget about thinking about what you're seeing and, oh my gosh, why is it showing me this ad about these shoes? I'm not interested in shoes. Well, you might have been one day. Focus on what the algorithm can do to get your content out there to new people. Think the reverse, not what it's showing you, but what your content is doing. And if you do good quality content, and I like to just post this, well, I'm just going to finish up here. If you produce content that is engaging and authentic and the real you, your superpower is people buy from people. Number one superpower in direct selling. It's so important to understand that. Your superpower is people buy from people. So bring the people into your business. Talk more about you. Be authentic. Look, another thing I really train you. Now, you guys probably don't know a lot about me, but I come from Hollywood. I come from shows like American Idol. I come from television and branded entertainment and big productions and a whole career in entertainment before building a software company. And what I realized now that I work with all of this, Robin, it's both Facebook and Insta. Everything I'm talking about is both. So kind of the algorithm works in similar ways in both. Engagement, authenticity. One thing that I realized in entertainment is we are all networks now. We are all networks. And anyone else just seeing the buy order now image? I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, we are all networks. Start thinking like a network. Kathy's having some issues, but I think everyone else is seeing me okay, right? Wave. Yeah, okay, cool. So we are all networks. Oh. Yeah, make sure my numbers are right. Okay. All right, cool. So with that said, think like a network. You have your own network you're programming, whether it's an Instagram account, a Facebook group, a Facebook business page. What is your programming strategy? I want to ask you a question. Every time you post, does it educate? Does it entertain? Or does it enlighten? It should do one of these every time you post. I want to ask you another question, and this is going to be the fun we're going to have in this series coming up that we're going to talk about in a second. Is we're going to talk about creating great content that the algorithm loves. And the way I like to look at it is editorial versus commercial. Go look through your news feed. Are you producing a bunch of commercials? Because who out there, say yes if you want, if you love to watch TV and see nothing but commercials. Do you like to see that? Because guess what? We all sit around and do this now, don't we? We all sit here, we scrolling. Ooh, I like that. Scrolling. Ooh, I like that. Okay. This is our new entertainment. So are you educating, enlightening, or entertaining me? Every post should have one of those. Madupe, it's nice to see you. I recognize some of these names. So think about your own content strategy. You are networks. Now, this is leading way to a series we're going to be announcing, but I want to actually bring on a dear friend. Good to see you as well. The Social Media Success Series, we're going to drill down. It's going to be a 3-part series for you. We're going to drill into building your personal brand and bringing the authenticity into your social media. We're going to deep dive on the algorithm and how to produce content that the algorithm is going to say, I'm showing this to more people. This is good stuff. So we're going to help you with your content strategy. We're going to teach you all about the algorithm and how to make it your best friend. And the probably thing that you're going to love the most is we're going to show you what we call Reel School, because Reels are so popular. So with that, I want to bring Angel up. I just want to, there he is. Hey, Angel. I
Hi,
get so
everyone.
passionate. I just get going. I can't help myself.
That's great. Great content. I really love all the tips that you're saying, especially the suggested versus connected. That's a goal for me. And also
Yeah.
the educate, entertain, and enlighten is the best thing that I apply in my social media networks. And it's one of the best things that I learned.
You're a little low in your sound. Okay, yeah, we have sound, but maybe just talk a little louder. I
Okay,
think
can you
you're
hear me?
good. Yeah. Okay, you sound good. Lisa said you sound good. I'm going to leave you. Teach them about Reel School, because that's part of this series too. I'll let you hit it.
Yes. We're going to have a lot of fun with Reel Schools. Hello, everyone. We are Multibrain. We work with Meta, directly with Meta. I'm one of the 400 people in the world that was invited to Meta to learn about communities and to learn about the newest strategies about how to be a creator and how to create reels. And we love to share this knowledge with you. That's one of the reasons, Scott, us with the DSWA are creating this three-part series to teach you a strategy and how to make the algorithm work for you. Okay, speaking about strategy, speaking about content, we have something that is really uh, fun for everyone, that is creating reels. How many of you think that, give me one second. How many of you think that, what is the reason that you have to know how to do reels? How many of you sometimes think like, how can I use Instagram reels in my content strategy? How can I make reels easy, in an easy way, so I can have my objective with a good purpose in social media? Let's go to give you the answer for the last one. You need to educate, entertain, or enlighten. Okay, let's talk about Reels. Let me share my screen pretty quick here. I have something prepared for you about what we are going to teach on the Reels schools. Please confirm when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen right now? Perfect.
Yes, we can.
We're going to talk about Reel Schools. What are we going to learn in Reel Schools? First, when you are creating Reels, you need to know what you have in your device, what you have in your phone. What are your pictures? What are the videos that you're going to use for this reel? And for that, Instagram, and I'm going to refer to Instagram because when you learn how to create Reels on Instagram, you have the knowledge to create reels in Facebook as well. Instagram has the most complete features to create reels. So that's why we teach with Instagram instead of Facebook. But the principles are the same. Okay, you need to know how to use the gallery preview. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to teach you short tips to how to find the videos that you need to use in your reel. Also, we're going to teach you how to use the voice over. This is a way where you can use focus on recording, and after you record the description of your product, any beautiful environment, then you can add the voice to that video to create more impactful reels. Another thing that we're going to teach you is how to add text to a speech. How many of you have seen these reels with a dog or with a cat, where the people put some text and make the dog sound like it's speaking to you? These are really fun, right? We're going to teach you how to create those. There is a feature that is called text to speech that you can have in your reels. And when you learn to use it, believe me, those are one of the reels that create more engagement and interaction. Another thing that we're going to teach you is how to incorporate a new feature that Instagram Reels have that is called Clip Hub. What these do is complement the story of your Reels. Instagram offers you a series of short videos that you can incorporate into your Reel to enhance that Reel. And we're going to learn how to use it. Also, we are going to go live with our phones, and I'm going to go step by step to teach you how to create transitions. We're going to go live and learn how to do transitions. Take a look at this video. Fun video, right? With the Reel Schools, you're going to learn how to use these transitions and do even better Reels than this one. All you have to have is the first principle, and then use your imagination, your creativity, and have an objective behind your Reel to educate, entertain, or enlighten. Also, we're going to go live and teach you how to use another feature that is one of the most powerful ones. How many of you have seen these Reels where the people throw a shirt or pants and they jump on them, and boom, by magic they have their outfit change? This is a concept in Reels that is called Align, and we're going to teach you how to use it in our 3 series. Okay, let me show you this Reel. Oops, it's not loading. 1 second. I wonder why it's taking so long. Let me refresh here. And go again.
Want to see what I just got from Tastefully Simple? Look at all this delicious.
Isn't that Reel really fun? And it's so simple to do. You can use it to do unboxing. You can use it to do a promotion of, if you are in the clothing business. All you need is your creativity and learn how to use these little features that Instagram Reel has for you. And another one, and last but not least, that we're going to learn is stop motion. This is one of the most powerful principle of Reels, because you can animate products, objects, different things, and when you use your imagination, you can make like they are moving by like magic. Let's take a look at this Reel. Fun, right? So this is all the things and much more that you are going to learn as part of the Reel School. That is one of the series that we have ready for you. Now I'm going to invite Scott so we can take a few questions or any comments that you have for us and see how the people is excited about this.
We can teach creativity. We teach you how to easily do it. I promise everything Angel said, it may have sounded like a little foreign to you with these things, but we're going to literally walk step through step. Angel does such a great job. We do it at live events. We do it everything. Reel School is very popular. So super cool. It's a fun series. Nikki just put the link on. I want to just throw something out, and then we'll bring Nikki back up and answer any other questions. But I just want to show you this, if you can see my screen. The other thing we promised that we work together with DSWA on is I worked with my friend Sam Hind from Angel and I did, in Australia, actually, from Oksana. If you guys know them, they do a lot of training down under. And we produced this white paper about the whole Facebook groups issue and the whole virtual parties and the no API and all of that. Anyone who signs up for this course, this 3-part series that's going to happen in May, we'll have the DSWA send you this incredible 10-page guide to everything you need to know about the new way to do parties, a new way to do Facebook groups. So that's just a little bonus for you that we're going to put in there. Okay. So just a little value add, if you will. All right. Well, I'm going to come over here because I'm cut off over there. There we go.
Well, we got it. So if you missed on the left-hand side where we have the register now, you can click on that button and then close that window because you'll be connected. Or the other thing that you can do is go to the chat box where I had listed the short URL and you can register that way. But we had a lot of good content today and learning some new things. I love learning. And so I know we have some questions here. I'm going to go into the chat box and Scott, if you'll go into the chat box and take a look, see if there's anything we didn't answer yet.
I think we answered most everything along the way. I have a knack for seeing things. Like I think it's Angel calls it squirrel. Like,
Chantal say, I used to struggle with adding text to reels in inappropriate places. Yes, this is part of what we have ready for you. When you're creating reels, there is certain space in the screen that you need to respect or know where they are. That way, when you add any text in it, the people will be able to see it. We're going to teach you these little details so your reels are going to get better and better.
Mm-hmm. And somebody asked about if they needed a promo code with this. No, you don't, but you will get that special report automatically that Scott was mentioning, and we'll be sending that out. So anything else that is coming up?
Yeah, Rose, it's interesting about StreamYard. We love StreamYard. We do all of our big events. We produce social media days, and we use StreamYard. What I've noticed very weird, and I can't really speak to it as much, but StreamYard's been having issues when you stream into Facebook. And yes, those are going to have issues come the 22nd. There will be, I do believe there will be a solution for streaming video into groups. It'll mean you have to set something up. And once we know exactly how that's going to work, we'll give you instructions. So don't worry about that. But yeah, right now, StreamYard, Zoom, those are apps and those go away on the 22nd. But I know they're going to come up with a way that you can go in behind the scenes and actually stream video. But StreamYard's been having some issues lately. I don't know if you've experienced it, but I have it where people are not actually seeing or getting notification of the video.
Lisa Angel say, I know use enough to be very basic with Reels. Can we be beginners for this 3-part course? Of course. This course is especially the Reels part, is specifically made to give you the basic principles of how to create Reels. So if you already have some knowledge, when you see this Reels school, you're going to take your Reels to a next level because you already know some of the basics. We're going to go through the basics and teach you other tricks and tips that are going to help you enhance your Reels.
Mm-hmm.
I have to move over again.
So I just put up, I can see you, Scott. I just put up the register again. If you want to click that button, register now, that will be good. Don't be sliding around, honey. I'm going to start moving. We're all going to start. I don't have a rolling chair. That's good. So anyway, we're going to have fun. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to be ahead of the game, ahead of everybody else, which is going to be fabulous. So I'm going to go back and check the chat and see if we had anything else, because this is a big night. I want you to know. Is this the night that Purdue is playing, Scott?
Yes.
Oh,
Squirrel.
Yeah,
everybody, I'm a Purdue University grad, and Purdue is playing in the NCAA final championship game right now. I swear I wasn't watching it while I was speaking. I may have snuck a peek while Angel was presenting. Not sure, but it's all good. Go Boilers.
But that's a big deal for Purdue. So, and a big deal that he graduated from Purdue. So anyway, we're wishing you luck tonight, Scott.
Wait, Lisa just said, go UConn. What?
Okay, is there a deadline for registering for this training series? No, but there is a limited space because we really want to give individual attention. So the sooner you can do it, the better. Angel, what's your Instagram, please? Could you type that in the chat?
Sure. My Instagram is I'm gonna type it right here.
Although Lisa, you had to get that in there, didn't you?
Right. Lisa, the series is just a little bit more expensive for you.
We just added another 50.
I'm kidding. Fill her up, Valerie.
So we are thrilled that you were here with us tonight, and enjoy the game, Scott. And thank you, Angel and Scott, both for being here with us. They are a very big supporter of DSWA and have been since the very beginning. And I love you both. And I just want to
Love
tell
you
you
very
thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Happy
And
to be
thank
with
you to
all of you.
everybody who showed up. We
You
shall
are
see
so
you
welcome.
there.
And
Take care.
I think they asked for the link one more time. So if you
Okay,
can
let
add
me
it
bring
more.
that up, and then you can hit the register. If you hit that register now button, it'll go straight to the link. And then notice at the top there's another button up here that says join the alliance, and we'd love to have you be a member of our organization. And it's your organization. It's for independent direct sellers. That's our focus, and it always will be. So we're so happy that you were here tonight to get a taste of what we're doing, and that you get to come to the 3-part series. Every month we do a free class, and we can't wait to have you join us again in the future. So
Uh,
take care, everyone. Yes,
Just
Angel.
before we leave, I know that Robin Lee have this question for a lot of like 4 friends, and I want to answer before we leave. He's saying if we have a virtual assistant that shares content to a bunch of people and we use that, is that still spammy? If we will now from April 22nd be posting individually. This will the announce for in April 22nd affect only Facebook groups, right?
I think she has virtual assistants in groups.
Correct.
Okay.
No, he doesn't say where he has the virtual assistant. So I'm clarifying that this only yes, in group. Well, yes, this is going to affect that service. You are not going to be able to do it anymore with a virtual assistant.
1 sec. Let me chime in here because virtual assistants is a Facebook tool inside of groups. I think is what she's saying, or is it a third-party app? If it's a third-party app, no go, it'll be gone. But also, just to Angel's point, Facebook is going to be reintroducing all the groups features. They're going to be doing away with automation and a lot of that. So virtual assistant is most likely getting quite an overhaul as well. So just stay tuned. I think what you're going to see, just as a closing comment here, a lot of changes coming to groups and how you manage them to make them more about a conversation and not just you spewing out one-to-many messages to people, but creating conversations. And you're also going to see, I'll leave you with this, a resurgence in business pages. Take that.
Oh, thank you for that. And we had one more question here that came up. Oh no, I wanted to tell Gail, thank you. She says, I'm sharing this with my whole team. They didn't have to be here to get to do this, but if you get someone from your team to come into that class, you're going to receive the recording from this tomorrow and share that with them so they got a little bit of a taste before they come into the other class. So thank you, everyone, and good night. We wish you the best. Aloha. Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you.